Good morning, Summit Speech School friends. It's Miss Tina, and today is Science Day. Yay! We are going to focus on the words mixing and dissolving today. And to focus on those words, we are going to do something really fun and make some bubbles, homemade bubbles. You should have all these ingredients in your house. I'm going to review them with you now, and you can ask Mom and Dad. You're going to need 2 cups of warm water. It is very important that the water is warm, and I will tell you why in a minute. You will need 1/4 cup of sugar. You will need 1/4 cup of dish soap. And this is optional if you have it in your house. It does seem to help the bubbles a little bit. You can use some baking powder. It is optional, so don't worry if you don't have it in your house. Okay, so let's make some bubbles. We are going to start with the water. We are going to take 2 cups of warm water and put them into a dish or a bowl. It doesn't really matter. Now we're going to take 1/4 cup of sugar, and we're going to put it into our dish of warm water. Now, here's our first science word for the day. Dissolve. We are dissolving the sugar into the water. It actually means that the sugar, it's not disappearing, it's just changing from this solid, and it's melting into a liquid. So as we mix, I'm using a whisk to mix. You could use a fork to mix if you want to. It doesn't really matter. But you can see that the sugar is disappearing and it's becoming part of the water. It has dissolved into the water, making that sugar water. Next, we're going to take our dish soap. And we need 1/4 cup of dish soap. And now we're going to mix the dish soap into the water. And this is mixing in and also dissolving into the water. Okay. Going to get the end of this, a little bit of this out. There we go. Okay, and our last ingredient is our baking powder. And again, this will dissolve into our mixture. We're going to mix. We're going to sprinkle it in, and now we're going to mix the baking powder. Ooh, and you see how it's changing the mixture into a little bit different color? Because it is dissolving, turning from its solid form into its liquid form and making a new substance, our bubble substance. Now, the bubbles work best if they sit for a little while. I made some this morning, so I'm going to let this one that I made sit for a little while. And really, if you have patience, you should let it sit maybe an hour. And a lot of you don't have patience. You can try and make bubbles right away. It doesn't always work. While we're waiting for some of that, we're going to make a bubble wand. I made a homemade bubble wand because when we buy the bubbles in the store, it gives you a wand, but we're making them homemade, so we need to make our wand. I used leftover chopstick I had in my house. I also went outside and found a stick in my yard, and then I used a pipe cleaner at the top. Another thought is to take some wire. Your mom or dad might have wire in your house. So here, I saved this from dyeing my Easter eggs. You can use this as a wand. Anyway, very easy. You take a stick, any kind, or anything long and skinny. You can use the end of your fork if you want to. I chose to use a stick or my chopstick. You take a pipe cleaner or a wire, and you wrap it around your stick. You make a circle at the top. I know you all know how to make a circle. At Summit Speechwell, we work on our circles all the time. And you just twist it in place, and voila, you have your bubble wand. Okay, ready? Putting it into my mixture. And we're going to blow very carefully and make bubbles. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you next week.